Hello everybody, it's Colin Ellis here. Now one of the questions that I often get when I finish my virtual workshops or virtual speeches is what setup are you using? So I thought I'd spend just a few minutes giving you a sneak peek behind the scenes at the kit I use. So if you'll follow us here into our basement, I will show you. And the benefit of having a basement is things are nice and quiet down here. So here we are. As you can see, dominating the background there is a green screen. It's a piece of material that you can get from any fabric shop. I got this Spotlight in Australia, or you can get it on Amazon. And some photographer's lights, which I also got from a local supplier. Just simple photographer's lights, really. Nothing more to say than that. My laptop is on a collapsible stand-up desk. There's an organisation in Sydney who build stages. They pivoted really quickly at the start of the pandemic. They're called ISO King. And I bought a couple of stand-up desks, which are fabulous, all perched on a good old-fashioned trolley from IKEA. Now, of course, the thing that I've invested the most in is the internet connection. You want to make sure you've got the quickest internet connection that you can have, particularly during the day when the demand for bandwidth is high. Over here, I've got another camera, which I use when I'm drawing on my tablet, and I link my tablet to my laptop and can share that particular screen using an app called AirDroid. All of which I control down here from my Stream Deck. Stream Deck's a natty little piece of kit which connects to the laptop, as you can see there, which allows me to change the different scenes. Now, for me as a speaker, it's important that I have good content, there's good delivery to make sure that engagement is high. And what the Stream Deck allows me to do is change the different scenes throughout the presentation to make sure that you're never seeing the same scene for, I don't know, more than 3 to 5 minutes. Got a blue snowball microphone here, which is fantastic at picking up the sound. I tried the wireless headsets, that didn't really work, but I've got my little earbuds here, my Samsung earbuds. The main bit of technology I use is a tool called OBS Studio, which is a free open source. And what that allows me to do is link it to the Stream Deck and show the different scenes. On the screen on the right, you can see that's what actually I project into my presentations. It doesn't matter whether I'm using Zoom or Teams or WebEx. I control it from here. I can change that scene, so that's what I'm talking about with the Stream Deck. So you can see me standing in front of my presentation here. Also, if I want to make the presentation large, and me back in front of my old mantelpiece. The camera I use is a Logitech 4K Brio. Again, it's something that plugs nicely into the laptop. It streams such a high definition image, but I can't stress enough, really, the most important thing for me is the content. Make sure there's good, relevant, up-to-date content, that it's delivered with energy, and there's good engagement throughout. So I'm constantly on the chat on the tools. Anyway, let's have a little look at me in action using this kit. Culture is the sum of everyone's, and I do mean everyone's, attitudes, beliefs, behaviours, traditions and skills. So if it belongs to everyone, then everyone has to be involved in its creation. But key to that is understanding where you are right now. So I've got a little model that I want to show you, and I want you to let me know where you think you are right now. So as you can see, great workplace culture requires two things. It requires highly emotionally intelligent people, we just talked about, who really care about their work, their teammates, and what the organisation is trying to achieve. And of course, we call this engagement. When engagement is low and when emotional intelligence is low, we get stagnant cultures where everyone's being the worst of themselves. It's quiet. There's no one contributing. They're really bad stagnant cultures. Almost as bad, are pleasant cultures. Now, in pleasant cultures, we've got lots of people who are being the best versions of themselves, which is awesome. But there's too much in the way of harmony. There's too much in the way of people trying to please people. We're being overly consultative. Now, as a former public servant, let me tell you, most of my 8 years was spent in combatant cultures. And in combatant cultures, engagement is high because we want to do good for the public. But behaviours weren't always there, I have to say. Some people with poor behaviours, and we call these toxic cultures. And nothing good is toxic. People telling you how busy they are, working 80 hours a week, and just using threatening and bullying behaviour.
Now, of course, where you want to be. Where you want to be is in a vibrant culture. In vibrant cultures, we take the time to define our culture so we know what we stand for. We understand the behaviours that are required of us. We know how to work together or collaborate. We make time for innovation. We celebrate success. We learn from failure, and we believe we can get the work done.
So there we go. Just a little behind the scenes sneak peek at how I do virtual. If you're interested in working with me, please do get in touch. Otherwise, now the workshop's over, it's time for one of these and to put my feet up.